Hey, YouTube, it's Jaden. I am about 4 days behind schedule on what I should be working on in terms of organic chemistry. I think I might have said that in my last video. I said I was 2 weeks behind, but now I'm only like 4 days. So I did catch up a decent amount, but I'm still behind. So, oh brother, oh y'all just saw that. So yeah, like okay, I guess she's hiding from y'all, but I have a cat, right? And she does this thing where she just runs around and starts jumping everywhere, um, like without any, without any like warnings. So sometimes she'll just be jumping, and she'll jump all over my keyboard, and it really annoys me. Or she'll jump all over. Sometimes she'll jump onto the TV, and it's like, dude, I'm trying to watch football. Like, can you relax? Anyways, the reason I'm really making this video is because I am procrastinating. Yet up there she goes. Up, oh, there, there she. All right, don't worry about her though. But anyways, the reason I'm making this video is because I'm procrastinating. I was trying to play video games, but apparently the internet's not working. I've been trying to watch YouTube, but don't worry about it. I've been trying to watch some YouTube, but there's no good videos as of right now, ever since I woke up. So my final trump card is to make this video and just to hear myself speak for about, I don't know, 15 minutes, and then finally, oh, hold on. All right. I hate when she scratches up on the chair because it's not my chair. I'm on campus, so I would have to pay for it. Anyways, so yeah, I'm just gonna. Why is she doing this? Anyways, I'm gonna try to ignore her. And oh, by the way, I don't think I named her when I made the last video. Her name is Pepper now, so Pepper like salt. Oh yeah, I did. Okay, never mind. Anyways, so yeah, and I'm surprised I actually haven't made a video on this yet. I was doing Ancestry.com with, 23andme. I've always been interested in 23andme ever since I first saw the commercials back in 2014 or whatever. Because I wanted to know, where, how much of me, or what parts of Africa my ancestors came from. And I guess, unfortunately, how white am I, right? Ironically, it's ironic, but it's kind of sad at the same time. When I was into that, not into it, when I was in that white school district for a good chunk of my life, right, from third grade up until graduation, there was a part of me that wanted to be more white, not more white than I was black, but it was like I kind of wanted to be, I wanted to have a decent chunk of white in me, so it was like I can kind of fit in. Which is really sad when you think about it. Because trust me, they did not respect any people of color in that school district. They didn't. You were it was practically segregated. I'm not gonna lie, it was very segregated. We barely learned. That's a whole different topic for another day, which I'm pretty sure I've talked about. But yeah, I found it ironic because like I said, when I first heard about the ancestry stuff, that's when it was like I wanted to fit in with the rest of the white crew. But when I finally did it, I did it last year. I did it last year, and there's a huge chunk of me that actually is white, and I don't appreciate that. It's terrible. Dude. So anyways, let me get into it. Let me get into the crux of it. So you do the ancestry test, right? You spit into a thing, and then I'm sure then you ship it back to the company, and then I'm pretty sure they put it in an incubator, they put it in an equilibrator, and then they take out the DNA. I say this because I took all the bios, all the chems, all the general bios and chems, so I know how they extract your DNA. So I'm trying to sound a little smart. Anyways, so they extract the DNA, and then I'm sure they do other things with biotechnology to figure out what chromosomes come from where, etc., etc. And they figure out or they try to at least generalize where your ancestors came from. So it took about 2 weeks. You spit, you ship it back, and then in about 2 to 3 weeks, they give you all the data that they know. And then they update it like every couple days, because again, they generalize it at first, but then they update it as time goes on. So when I first did it and they shipped back the data, I was 90% West African and 8% European, and about 2% other. It was like 1.2% of me was like Native American, and then I had like 0.8% Asian in me, which is a little weird, but again, like I don't know, that I feel like that 2% of other doesn't really pertain to me, obviously. But the 8% of me that was European, I feel like that was already more than I'd wanted. I didn't want, obviously, unfortunately, how Africans came to America was through slavery and through the slave masters kind of, raping the Africans. So unfortunately, there was going to be some white in me, but 8% of it was a little too much. And of the 90%, though, of the West African, I believe I was like 35% Ghanaian. Like I was from Ghana. 20% was Nigerian, and then the other the remainder was just called broadly West African. So that was cool. Oh, and some of it was Liberian too. So that was pretty cool. I was like, I tried to. I'm not gonna lie, the American in me wanted to like kind of get in touch with my roots. I kind of wanted to watch Roots. But and I started to actually read more of the books. They have like some books in the library that are just like, like I'm in an HBCU, so a lot of it's just like from like Cornell West, or like a lot of the African studies professors. So I kind of wanted to read more of that, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a fan of social studies at all. So I read about 5 pages and I gave up on it. I tried to watch Malcolm X's documentary, the one with Denzel. Was it? I think it was Denzel. Let me look it up. I'm pretty sure Malcolm X. Yeah, that's not his documentary, but it was the film. His documentary was, or not the documentary, the autobiography. Because I actually have the book, but I watched the movie because I was like, I gotta be more Afrocentric. It's very ignorant and American of me. But as time went on, the African in me kind of went down, and the whiteness of me went up. I'm not talking about personally. I'm talking about genetically. Like the data, like I said, the data updates every now and then. Because like I said, at first it generalizes, but then it actually specifies it, right? So like I said, I was like about 90% African and a roughly 10% white. And I looked at it a couple days afterwards, and the African went down with me like about like 0.2%, to which the white percent of me like went up about 0.2%. It was like, I guess that's barely anything. So fast forward to like a year, right? Like started like right now. I guess about a couple weeks ago, my mother, she also took the Ancestry or the 23andme test or whatever, and in her data, she's about like 95% black and only like 5% European. So, granted that I'm about, and I should give context that about a year from now I checked, and like I said, the African part was going down and the white part was going up. Turns out I'm only like 85% African and I'm like 15% white. It's a little ridiculous. Like 15% of me is a huge chunk. It's like 1/8. And when you think about it, 1/8 is only like 3 generations up. So it's like, I don't like, my great grandfather might be white. Like that's crazy. That's ridiculous. Cause think about it, right? 15%, right? So me as a whole, like I'm 100% me, right? You get 50% of your DNA from your parents. That's a generation above you. Then you get 25% of your DNA from your grandparents on either side. That's 25% of your DNA. You go up one generation, that's 12.5%, which I'm roughly 15%. So in that generation, in that third generation above me, one of my great grandparents is white. Apparently, I don't know the exact mathematics behind it, but it's like 50%, 15% is a huge chunk. Like that's a little. I would have never figured. Like I don't know. I look rather. I mean, I'm very brown skinned, dark skinned. Like I don't know. I feel like if 15% would make me a little lighter. Not that I want that. I'm just saying. Like I didn't know. I feel like that's a huge chunk of me that I didn't want. I thought I was gonna be like my mother, like around like 5%, you know. But yeah. Apparently, it's like I'm in the double digits range. That's just really interesting. So, like I said, my mother is only like 5% European. To which, if I was trying to do the math behind it, if I'm 15% white, and my mother's only 5% white, then that means on my father's side, they must be like extremely, like not extremely, but they must be like, I don't know, like a 1/4 white or something like that. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know the exact mathematics behind it, because I'm pretty sure it's not like a literal half cut. You know, it's not like a, exactly halfway. But that's really, I found that alarming. I don't know why. I don't know. That's not really like I'm past that whole like trying to fit in with white people thing. That's weird to me. I'm definitely past that. No. So it was a little alarming. That's not something I'm proud about. But yeah, once I found out that information from my mother, it really makes me wonder about my pop's side, because my dad is he's a little lighter than, I guess fully black people. Although I guess African Americans are never going to be fully black because the whole slavery thing. But you know what I mean? And one of my brothers, like actually two of my brothers, they're a little lighter for, they're lighter than like me and my oldest brother. Like me and my oldest brother, we're the two oldest. And then our two brothers below us are obviously the youngest. And they're like lighter than both of us. And it's like, I don't know, because their mother is very dark. And my youngest brother, his mom is about the same complexion as my mother. So it makes me wonder, like, I don't know how white my my father is. Or like maybe his father, or like not his father, his parents. Well, no, because his mom, like my grandmother on his side was black. So it makes me wonder, like, is his father white, or like does he get his whiteness from like his father's parents, It just makes me wonder, because that is, I don't know, 15% is a huge chunk. Like if I was to say, like, give me 15% of your paycheck and you got paid $100, I'd be getting $15 from that. And I'm sure you don't want that. Like tax in Pennsylvania is only 6%. It's 6 cents for every dollar. And even that is more than enough, Like, I don't know, 15% is a huge chunk of me that's white. I don't appreciate that. Like, I really don't. But yeah, so yeah, I'm not sure why I haven't made that video yet. That was literally like a year ago. I guess it was because, I got the information from my mother. But yeah, I think I should buy it from my dad and see what he gets, because I am very curious now as to how white he is, But yeah, other than that, I gotta get back to work. I don't know. I've been kind of, like I said, procrastinating. So now I literally don't have anything else to do. The internet still a big problem here, so I don't know. But thank you for listening, and back to chemistry I go. Peace.